Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, please email me directly, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and questions concerning this watch. This watch was launched in 2009 by Cartier. It is the Rotonde Cartier Central Chronograph, where we have a central chronograph seconds and instantaneous jumping minutes register with a unique Cartier complication module on top of a best in the business JLC vertical clutch column wheelbase. So by the 2000s, Cartier had the ability to build every part of a watch, but given the opportunity to work with virtuoso engineers at Jaeger-LeCoultre, Cartier found a meeting of the minds. So this 2009 launch in rose gold features a 42 millimeter diameter case that's 14.5 millimeters thick and from lug tip to lug tip, 47.2 millimeters with a 23 millimeter spacing between the lugs. I'm going to throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and it wears beautiful. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's a nice size. I would describe it as a full-size watch by modern standards. Certainly, if this were made in the 1970s or 80s, it would have been considered oversized. But today, 47.2 from lug to lug is considered to be a nicely sized men's dress complication, which is what this is. It's a dress complication, and you just saw the instantaneous jumping central minutes there. But it's also got a little bit of a sportiness to it. And this is a versatile watch that you can wear just about all the time. It's not super thin, but it does have a bit of a sloped case flank, so it'll slide underneath a jacket cuff. And I can recommend it if your wrist is my size, 16 centimeters circumference or larger. The strap has a lovely sort of nubuck texture to it, sort of sanded and suede to give it a velvety feel. It is medium rectangular scale alligator leather in matte black. You can see it's got a folded edge, a monotone stitch on the bottom. The strap has no perforations because it needs none. It features a descendant of the clasp designed by Louis Cartier in 1909. That was the world's first deployant clasp for a wristwatch. And of course, the point of a deployant clasp is that it is harder to drop your watch when you're opening it to take it off or putting it on because it creates a full loop around the wrist so it can't drop. But this clasp has a couple of other tricks. Because it crimps the strap, you are able to hide all the excess unneeded length under the strap, so there's no external excess material or minder loops. Plus, because it crimps rather than relies on a pin to set the size, you have infinite adjustability, and there are no perforations in the strap that can get gouged. Louis Cartier back in 1909 knew what he was doing. Jumping back to the case, Rotonde Cartier was often used as a platform for complications during the era when Carole Forestier-Cassapy was running Cartier Fine Watchmaking. She was there from 2005 to 2020, but really the fine watchmaking, the complicated watchmaking, was at its peak from 2005 to 2015 when Cartier resolved to focus on lower prices and less complicated watches. So what we have here is a instantaneous jumping central chronograph display with seconds and minutes that are coaxial. You can see outboard, we have orbital hands for the hours as well as the minutes that sit underneath the top hat of the chronograph center dial. The dial has excellent depth, as you could see, a combination of brushed silver for the hour track, a sort of piano key outer track for the minutes, and then there's a rosette in an anthracite color, so a rosette-style guilloche with the seconds and the chronograph minutes. The watch does feature hacking seconds, and there's a reason for that, and the reason is that it's built on a JLC caliber 751 underpinning. Now, of course, the 751 in its native form is automatic. Cartier, for the sake of creating something more dress appropriate and a little bit thinner, decided to go without the winding bridge and the rotor. But what you can see here is that we have what I have to declare as the world's best ever column wheel feel. You hear how snappy and sharp that sounds? It feels just as good. And the chronograph engagement is by vertical clutch because that is how JLC designed it. So there's no extraneous movement to the chronograph seconds hand. It doesn't leap forward when you start it. It just proceeds. And because it is a vertical clutch, you can leave it engaged full-time with no additional hazard, wear, or tear to the movement. On the reverse side, you can see it's actually been finished to a higher degree by Cartier than JLC would have ventured. It is a 4 hertz beat rate. It does have the stop seconds, 35 joules, column wheel, vertical clutch, And this is a 2-barrel movement, 30 meters water resistant, so don't swim with it. But you can see that there is the Cartier eccentric screw micrometric adjustment system. They've added a Edicron system for fine timing, which I actually prefer over JLC's free sprung. It gives you a little bit more flexibility. And then you can see how we also have engine turning, Côte de Genève. We've got mirrored bevels on the edge of the bridges, as well as in the screw and jewel sinks. And underneath, some of the elements, such as, for example, the column wheel, have been mirror finished. It's a great looking movement. It's nicely sized for this case, but it's the combination of the Cartier module, the aesthetic of the watch, and really that column wheel feel that really makes this watch. The central register is entirely Cartier's complication and original, as this watch, including the movement, was designed and built at the manufacturer in La Chaux-de-Fonds. So while it uses a JLC architecture, everything here in this movement was built and finished by Cartier at its manufacturer. It's not like they're casing up a JLC movement built in Le Sentier. The watch features screws and bars to affix the strap to the case, which is a nice feature because it's a little bit more secure than spring bars. This watch is full of clever and appealing thinking. We have a typical Cartier beaded crown with a blue cabochon, a lovely watch from an era that has to be considered a golden era for Cartier complicated watchmaking. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.